Hey guys, it's Tim Miller and Sam Stein here at the Bulwark. Subscribe to the feed. Jimmy Carter's funeral is happening as we speak. All five living presidents together at the National Cathedral, and there's some pretty noteworthy videos that have come out. We're going to do a little body language doctoring here, me and Sam. I don't think it's too hard to do some body language doctoring. And the long story short is I'm going to come down on the side of Karen Pence and not the side of Barack Obama. So the question in these situations is always, how do you deal with Trump? How do you deal with Trump? You know?
Yeah.
He is the president now 2 times.
Yeah.
And I think this is a real question. Look, and I will say this. I think about this like in my interviews with, like, when I was doing the circus, I'd interview Bannon and Carrie Lake. I've never interviewed Trump, but people of this nature, it's like I have to be conscious of my body language. You don't want to send a message to people, that this is too chummy or this is WWE. Like, you can be, you can engage with them and be a human, but you don't want to send the wrong message. Is that wrong, Sam? Do you think that's wrong to be conscious of that?
I think it's fine to be conscious of it. I think, he is the president, right? So you can't just and you shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm not going to acknowledge your presence. Although Karen
maybe you should. Why not? Why can't? Let's watch Karen Pence and then let's hash that out. Here's Karen Pence as Donald Trump enters the pew and greets her husband and Vice President Al Gore.
Leland, good morning to you. We can see President-elect Trump now entering the room for this morning's service.
Al Gore, Mike Pence there with former President Trump. I'm not sure former Vice President Pence and Donald Trump have seen each other.
Okay. Gore stands up first there, which I guess is fine. I don't know, whatever. Pence then stands up and they have.
And I think that's probably the first time Pence and Trump have seen each other face to face since
I think you're right. Since January 6th. I'm trying to think. There haven't been other.
I mean, maybe they saw each other inside the White House after the 6th. I don't know.
Certainly they would have.
Yeah, in the White House.
Between the 7th and the 20th.
Yeah. But
Trump
since the end of the...
Yeah,
Trump didn't go to the debates. Trump was not... So they didn't see each other there. Maybe there were some events that I can't recall, but one of the first times.
Yeah, Trump doesn't show up to the inauguration with Biden, which would have been the next time. So a very brief encounter. Mike Pence kind of does the same fake smile that he always does, and the nod and the shoulders. But then you got Karen Pence. Let's just do a close up. She's like, Karen Pence is like, oh, sorry, was there somebody in the back of the pew here? I wanted to. I'm sorry, I went to say hi to Chuck Schumer. Is that my old friend from high school back there? Who is that? I gotta greet somebody over here.
We've all done that. It's good. Or she could have taken a call. Oh, shit.
Yeah. One second, Mr. President-elect. Good on you, Karen Pence. Fuck him. He said he didn't care. He said he did not care that your husband died. I don't know about your wife, Sam. My husband is a mama grizzly. All right. If you're one of those commenters out there on this YouTube page that's shit talking me and you see my husband out there, you better walk away. All right. Because he did not like people that give negative. And Mike Pence, I mean, again,
I was unfamiliar with Karen Pence's game. I did not think she had it in her. That is impressive.
Mother. You think that's wrong? Though. Earlier you said you're supposed to acknowledge he's the president. Sam cares about formality. You got to acknowledge the president, even though he tried a coup and doesn't give a fuck about the country. You're like, oh, you got to treat him with respect.
I will say that in this venerated setting, celebrating the life of an ex-president, you can make the case that you should acknowledge the president-elect. You can make the case that, in fact, if the president-elect tried to, sick a mob on your husband and didn't care if he was hanged, you don't have to shake his hand.
All right, you can make the case either way. I'm strong.
Either way, I'm totally.
You go, girl. You go, Karen Pence. My new favorite second lady. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go back at second ladies in history. Do I have another favorite second lady? Definitely. She's definitely past Dr. Jill Biden. I'll let you know that.
Dr. Jill Tipper, yeah.
Tipper, I don't have really strong feelings one way or the other about Tipper. Oh, Barbara Bush, the pearls.
Yeah.
Sorry. Second. Anyway.
And what about Cheney's wife? What's her face?
Lynn, she's okay. I think Karen's past her with that epic moment. Iconic. I think that's what
it's been deemed iconic already. Yeah,
it's iconic. It just happened, and it's
Tim
iconic.
has deemed it iconic.
Okay. Here's how you shouldn't behave with Donald Trump. I've said some nice things about former President Obama. I have the Pod Bros on here. I thought he gave some great speeches for Kamala, and so I've come around to a certain degree. But what was happening here? This is a no for me. Let's turn it on. All right, Sam. So there are a couple things. There are a couple ways to look at this. I'm going to focus on the Obama side. I want you to focus on the Trump side. Trump in this video is like leaning in and telling him a joke or something. You don't know. Right. You know what he's saying, but he's like leaning and trying hard. Like it's Obama's sitting. Trump is leaning in.
You know what he said?
And talking to him. What did he say?
He said, "I found your birth certificate."
Okay, that would have been funny. Maybe he did say that.
Yeah, that's why
you defend Obama because of that. But he's leaning in and he's chirping in his ear. And so before I go off on Obama, I think it's revealing about Trump, right? Which is like it is all a show for him. It is all The Apprentice.
Exactly.
He doesn't actually right. Go ahead.
Yeah, that for me, that's it. Like Obama, I have no idea what he said to Obama. He could have like ripped a small fart and been like, "Smell it," and then Obama's like. I don't really know. Who knows what the fuck he's saying?
This is our outreach to the bro manosphere. Yeah. All right, Sam's going to start doing fart jokes.
We're taking it to a new level on this venerated day of Jimmy Carter's funeral. I will say, Trump, it's just a joke, right? Like Trump tells everyone and all his followers that Obama is like the devil reincarnated and he's not actually American and he's the scum of the earth. And then he sees him, he's like, "Hey, what's up, big guy?" Like, in fact, Trump probably loves being around these people. And I don't think he loves it because he gets to rub their face in it. I think he loves it because he's part of the club. And, so yes, to me, if there's a story here, if there's something to focus on, it's that Trump's chummy with all these people who he's told everyone is the devil.
Yeah, and he feels, so this is actually why it bugs me. Because he feels like he's won. And I'm re-looking at this.
He has won.
Yeah, and I don't, you're right, he has won. And so do you have to give it to him? Can't you let him suffer a little? Like this is what he wanted. He didn't want like the deportation, the harm, like the harm that he's causing people. No, he wanted recognition. His daddy didn't love him. He has the empty hole in his heart, and so that's the only power you have left, liberals. This is the thing, progressives, anti-Trumpers, all of us. I'll lump myself in with you. The only power you have left. No, actually, I want to focus on a specific group: elite liberals, rich liberals. Top level Democrats, the people in charge of the Met Gala, right? Like whatever, like the people that run the fancy restaurants, like the cultural elite. You only have one thing left. He's taken everything from you. You have one thing left. And that is you can deny him acceptance still. You can say, "I don't actually care." Your little picture might be on the president list twice. You might name shit after yourself. You got Air Force One, but you still can't come to my party. And I still don't think you're funny, and I'm not going to laugh at you, and I still look down at you, and you're still Donnie from Queens, and you're still a racist piece of shit. That's the only thing you have left, and I want you to use it. Why give him that? Why give him that last thing? And Trump is working hard for it. I just like rewatched a little bit. Trump is like Obama makes him work for it a little bit, but he doesn't make him work nearly hard enough. And
what should Obama have done?
Man, you got to snub, Barry, snub him.
Just bite the lip, don't laugh, whatever.
Yeah,
even if he tells the world's best joke.
Give him this face. No. Well, what? Who are you talking to?
You can give him the face that George W. gave. I don't think it was in response to Trump. George has this great face where he's like,
"Yeah."
I don't know where George got that face.
Actually, you know what you do is it's like. I'm switching seats. All right. You got to sit next to Karen. All right. You start talking to me. You want to talk to me? I'll turn around and start talking to Karen. Karen, would you like to switch seats with me? Because Karen would know how to throw him the daggers.
No, there is. I will take your point seriously in that.
I'm serious about it, so I'm happy you're taking it seriously.
Well, I was not serious about it, but I will take this seriously in that, like, if the upper elite do become sort of or do normalize him and accept him, it does give him what he wants, but it also sort of signifies that we are comfortable with what he represents.
Yes.
Now, in these cases, it's a funeral for Jimmy Carter. Like, you want to make sure that there's not a show of defiance. Some people might say, let's not make this like a show of defiance at this specific moment. But if it was like a tribute dinner for like Bill Clinton, then yeah, I would not sit and laugh and chum it up or something like that. Like there's different areas where you can make this type of stand intellectually.
I think this would have been a fine place for it.
Okay,
But I hear you. It's a fair point. Sam Stein. All right, everybody.
Body language expert Tim Miller.
Yeah, body language Dr. Tim Miller. I'm just like, my blood pressure's boiling now, and so I'm going to go to yoga. But we'll be back here for more on the feed. Make sure to subscribe to the feed. Tell your friends. This is the only place you can get content like this. And we will be
fart jokes about Jimmy Carter's funeral. Yeah.
We'll be seeing you soon.
Highbrow. Yeah,
see you
spy.
soon.